All right, folks. It is time for the Lord. Welcome. The Lord and the new kid on the block. In 2024, Sebastian had a crazy showing. And he got in top 8 events, made the LAN events. He won his multiple A-tier tournaments, moved into the top 5 conversation of our scene. He's young, he's aggressive, he's active, and he's really motivated. I expect a big season from him here in Group A. Here he is playing as the Huns. And then in the red, we have the reliable DauT, who has been at or near the top of Age of Empires 2 for basically 20 years. DauT was competing in Age of Empires 2 tournaments before Sebastian was born. Sebastian was born in 2002. DauT's first Age of Empires tournament, to my knowledge, was in the year 2000 or 2001. That's crazy. And believe me, DauT understands his limitations. He understands he's not as fast. He understands he's not as young these days. But he's an insane competitor. And all memes aside, the fun we like to have with DauT, the DauT castles, the oh my god, he can't micro, all the jokes, because he can take it. He wants to remain at the top. All right. So I think he'll be very prepped for this. He's playing with the Dravidians here on Cross. On Cross, you've got the 4 lakes to work with. And the difference here between this and the ranked version in-game 4 lakes is just simply it is more difficult. There is way less fish in each pond. So if you win one pond, you have reward, but it's not as much of a reward. Still sticking with the border mod on the fish, by the way. I think it's actually quite helpful, and it's not quite as intrusive as some of the other ones. And I think I'll stick with that for now. They both kind of generated over towards the left side here. So they're kind of close. Right side of the map's a bit more open. They're further away from the ponds over there. But we'll see. I like both these civs. I think this just very much depends on the openings. I think the main thing with the Dravidians is the infantry. Huns can struggle the most against the fast man-at-arm opening because they don't have any houses to quick wall with. And Dravidians with the cheaper barrack technologies, the extra population space from their dock, they have the smoother Dark Age. But if Huns don't take losses early, if Huns can play mobile and aggressive, they can dominate. And then Sebastian can dominate when he plays with the Huns. And it's funny, like, when I think of DauT and I think of DauT's teammates and his playstyle, like Tato at Viper, let's say, they love the Dravidians. This is very much a good pick for them. But when I think of Sebastian's teammates, Mihai, Margugu, Dark, they love the Huns. I remember Mihai playing with the Huns many times specifically, so guess we'll see. Thank you again to everyone. If I miss you, I really feel bad about that, but there's been so much support so far. I've been seeing chatter around the scene, different platforms and whatnot. Just so pumped for this, so thank you. Means a lot, guys. And hope you're ready for nonstop action. Every Friday through Monday, 3 sets a day for the next 5 weeks with Plat. And we then have Gold playoff week, like kind of the promotion relegation playoff week, followed by the Platinum promotion relegation and then playoff week. So I'm casting this on January 18th. Titans League Season 3, or 4 rather, ends on March 3rd. So that's a lot of content. And a shout out to my team. JBR and Arbase have been killing it. We also had Lord Petito helping out earlier. T West is helping a lot with the maps. Ugly and Hardy working on the editing side. It's been a team effort so far. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Astris, for the gifted subs. Welcome. Thank you. So Sebastian, he'll find where DauT's located. He'll look at this gold and immediately be very excited. That's kind of an awkward gold for DauT. But it is behind this wood line. Noticing that all 3 of those golds, like if DauT loses the front of his map, he's in trouble. But guess what? If Sebastian loses the front of his map, he's in trouble. And the front of each map it's the same picture. It's the same area. Like, this area dominates this game. This is Sebastian's gold. I mean, this gold's still super far away. Sebastian's wood is all exposed on the front as well, so DauT at least has these big chunky wood lines on the back. Just a map, it's like, how are you spending your resources? How many different spots can you be active in? And there's the barracks from DauT. So you can tell The fact that DauT's building this with 2 vills, and the fact he's sending 3 to gold, this is the man-at-arm build that we were expecting. This is what Huns are weakest against on this map. Because you can't full wall everything. You would have to tiny wall everything. Now, Sebastian saw the barracks, so I think he should expect this. And he seems to also be expecting that DauT may sneak a vill to try and dock his pond here. Didn't spot a villager. You'll actually pull the fish to the shoreline, so you have fishing ships going that way to spot anything. And now Sebastian will advance forward and look for the barracks. He'll see the militia. And DauT will get extra wood when he hits the next stage, so he immediately gets a massive injection of wood. That's Dravidians for you. And there's the man-at-arms. So he goes range. Be man-at-arm archer. And Sebastian's just now building a range. He doesn't have anything like DauT has right now. Plus, he doesn't get the wood advantage. But he does know this is coming. And so he's walling everything he can in towards the TC. This actually feels like a good option. Maybe it's too late now, but maybe for a tower. Like, towering beyond this wood line and breaking through these palisade walls could be really solid. Sebastian isn't on gold, so he'll make 1 archer because that's the gold he has remaining, but he can't make much more than that. And he sneaks a vill now to the north to get another dock up. DauT's going to be thinking, man, I was supposed to get some damage done here. I'm against the Huns with man-at-arms, but hasn't been able to find the damage. And scout conflict is always so important on this map. And both scouts are 1 hit away from death now. Someone losing their scout completely changes the game. The player who loses their scout, they won't have any idea where else the players are expanding to. But nice job from Sebastian so far. It's made it look very easy. Didn't go for the small walls, went for the big walls, added 6 fishing ships in this pond. Still fishing the areas on the shoreline, so he would spot if DauT is there. But it's not over for the Dravidians, because we now have the faster firing skirms, too. Which is just super good against that archer now. But, oh, wow, Sebastian says, hello. DauT scout does get clicked away, but now it goes down, and Sebastian has the scout alive. We'll see how long that scout stays alive, but that scout could, in theory, come over here to check for this. Pretty smart from Sebastian to not make too many archers here. Something that Sebastian does a crazy job at is his unit queue. His TC always has tons of vills in queue, and his range also is always producing. Anytime he's got an archery range, it's consistently producing. Like, it's been producing 95% of the time so far. DauT's has been 98% of the time. But we'll keep an eye on that. Sebastian now going for even bigger walls. So 6 fishing ships over here. He seems to be stopping there. He's producing more now in this area. DauT's also walling. So he'll be mostly walled. It'll be exposed over here on this gold. Units are coming through from DauT. We'll kill Sebastian's spear. Now, this is where if you could build a house, you could quickly wall this off real quick. But you're Huns. So, no houses actually works against you here. Don't know if DauT will have a ton of success here, though. We'll see. What's nice for him is Sebastian has to respect this. Sebastian can't go attack him right now. Or he's pretty exposed, right? And again, skirmishers do fire faster for DauT, but I'd expect Sebastian to have the slightly better micro here. And DauT's man-at-arms shouldn't make a massive difference if Sebastian is just kind of ignoring them. Sadly, man-at-arms with no armor, against this many skirms, they're going to die pretty quickly. Ooh. DauT's villager spotted the dock from Sebastian. Oh, but DauT also spots the scout was attacking him there. Well played from him. This actually gives DauT time to preemptively make a fire. It does seem like over here, though, Sebastian was completely mopping up DauT's army. So DauT, maybe the lack of multitasking compared to Sebastian evident there. But here, this is the most important thing. I mean, there's arguments to be made that both things are just as important, but well played from DauT. He will deny that dock from Sebastian. And the villager goes down. So DauT does lose his entire army there, which puts him in a really tough position. Sebastian's also producing scouts now. Sebastian's going to be staying in feudal for a bit. But DauT will pretty much secure this pawn on the right side for himself. Still has a lot to do to wall up. And now there's scouts on the field from Sebastian. See, this is kind of my worry for DauT. His opponent already has good skirm numbers. Plus, there's the scouts now as well. And he can't exactly bring spears into the equation all that easily. With where his barracks is positioned, it's kind of tough. And when the spearman comes out, Sebastian will micro it down. DauT clicks up the castle H before Sebastian. DauT backs up into his base. This is very risky to try and save a couple skirmishers. You're now letting your opponent into the base. Would it not have been better for DauT to just let his skirms die and not open this up? Like, he might be desperate to try and re-wall this right now, and Sebastian... Okay, Sebastian backs away, and DauT ends up getting the walls down again. So, against what Sebastian is making right now... Well, let's open it up to chat. What is the best unit? Like, think generic civilizations. Don't think about Dravidians first. Well, I'm giving it away. But never mind. You need knights here. What I was getting at is, like, what's the best type of unit against heavy skirm when you make it to Castle Age? You need knights. And Dravidians can't make knights. So, this is kind of the weakness of Dravidians. DauT walling this up, so he will be fully walled. And he is still making some of his own skirms here. But I think Sebastian's just like... I'm not concerned. I could make a whole bunch of skirms because the only thing that he could really hop out with is going to be a light cav or a really slow elephant. Sebastian showing the Dravidians no respect here. And he'll be 20 seconds behind DauT's Castle Age time, but this is dangerous for DauT. I think DauT needs to wall this. He cannot allow these units through, and he needs a siege workshop, which I'm sure he'll do. Immediate siege workshop feels like the play, but he does go for elite skirm of his own. He does have Bodkin on the way, and he just can't let these skirmishers through. If these units get through, this gets painful. His opponent can actually make knights, and oh, the micro from DauT pulling the weak vills away, and very well played. But this is nightmarish stuff here. And DauT barely holding on there. Whew. Great play, great macro from both players so far. The res collected seems pretty similar. Sebastian with a lot more map control, though. Knights are coming out for him. Second TC now. The pawn count is 2 to 2. Remember, like we said, like, DauT's wood lines in the back, his stone in the back, all this is very good about his map. But this gold is the weak point from him. Sebastian, he just has so much more army right now. He won that early skirmisher battle, and ever since has just had full control. Still no siege workshop from DauT, but he will get ballistics now. And it doesn't feel like the knights for Sebastian will do anything if he can't break through these walls. But this feels like a good opportunity for Sebastian to go for a siege workshop. And there's the siege workshop now. Villager from DauT will get sniped. Not the biggest deal, though. And kind of a rare situation for Cross. Typically, you see players sneaking a lot more docks, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen for either of them now. DauT will transition into the farms. This is kind of the old-fashioned way of playing. We'll see if he adds fish traps, because he's starting to run out of the food now. He's only got 20 food left on that salmon. DauT has ballistics, finding some nice snipes here. What a game. Obviously, it's felt awkward for DauT, but DauT's eco is stabilizing, and oh, the units are through for Sebastian, though. And DauT needs to garrison that town center there. DauT a little late to reacting. I think he was microing on this side with these skirms. Now, the knights don't have armor or bloodline, so they'll die to skirms and to the TC pretty quickly. But this is where we get to see the DauT micro. Does DauT run through? There's an argument to run right into your opponent's base here. DauT? Mangonel? Sebastian? Mangonel? Faster firing? Dravidians? Micro? Oh, man, Sebastian's repairs were insane. DauT loses a couple skirms and has to back away there. DauT has monks. DauT has skirms at home. DauT could still be fine against this, and if he gets away with these skirms, it won't be too bad. What a close game. Guys, look at the stats here. The KD is close. The pop, there's a 4 population difference. Resources collected, there's a 100 resource difference. This game is really as close as it gets, but I'm worried about DauT. I'm really worried about the siege. He needs an answer to the siege. Yeah, and other civs could maybe make some knights here. DauT needs to get his food eco up a little bit more, and it maybe needs to consider light cav. Sebastian will know that this is a great spot for him civ-wise in the mid game. Late game, I actually think this starts to get significantly worse for the Huns against Dravidians. Dravidians could get really strong there, which just helps skirm, but... DauT's got 1 Vil on gold, by the way. He moved over to this gold because he was repositioned off of this gold when the army broke through. Still has not been able to get back on this gold. The map control has been Sebastian's. The army count has been Sebastian's, even though that's close now. And DauT's army is basically just skirms right now. Is that enough? Can he make something else? Here, DauT will bring a monk over, likely get a conversion. Here, DauT, though, will be spotted by the knights and the scout. There's 4 mangonels now from Sebastian. DauT kills one of them, but Sebastian kills one in return. Sebastian actually backed away with his knights without getting converted there. That's crazy. Look at Sebastian's idle TC time, guys. 26 seconds. I mean, I've been idle 26 seconds during this cast. I'm not even playing. 26 seconds of TC. What? Slaughtering the Vils here. 37 on food for Sebastian as well. Micro's just so good, man. He's so confident. The outposting all along the front, so he will not be surprised by anything DauT does. Sebastian should be realizing now that DauT's got massive gold problems. DauT's golds are here, here, and here. Feels like Sebastian's a full cav switch away from winning this game. This base is wide open for DauT. DauT needs, and this is a tale as old as time, DauT needs a castle. Every single time DauT's involved, it comes back to a freaking castle. Oh, man, but the light cav are in. Light cav are going to wreak so much havoc. DauT does have this gold back here he just found, but Sebastian will find it now. So another mangonel will go down. DauT's stone count still rising. He's desperately repairing his mangonel. Maybe that stays alive, but his TC is getting eaten right now. He's advancing with a massive ball of skirms. He's got 30 skirms. But Vils are going down. TC is going down. Skirms are venturing too far for DauT. Sebastian still doesn't have many upgrades yet. Wasn't able to get the hit. DauT gets a big hit. But it's a 1-for-1, guys. I don't know if a 1-for-1 is good enough. DauT's TC is down. And here he comes. DauT knows that this is a really bad situation for him. So he needs a castle that can make or break the game. DauT places castles to end games one way or another. Okay? That's just how it works. He's not normal. Oh, man, dude. There's no way. DauT will never complete this castle. Sebastian will see it. Sebastian will stop it. And the memes, they write themselves. DauT loses game number 1 after a DauT castle. Now, think about it this way, though. For all you DauT fans out there that are doubting this DauT castle, if DauT places a safe castle, let's say right here, he will complete it, but the damage he's taken on this side is already far too great, right? A defensive castle to give him safe access to gold, it doesn't actually change the game enough. He would still lose map control against the Night Switch. He'd still have taken heavy losses here. So it feels weird to say, but this castle, which looks bad, which will not go up, which lost him the game, was actually the best play for him. But I said it, guys. Like, Sebastian's multitasking, his army control is just unbelievable. Still under a minute of idle TC time the entire game. And just the land presence he had in the mid game was fantastic. I think the thing that DauT will regret, if you think about the trade he took, he stopped a dock over here, but in return, he lost all of his army. He lost like 8 units, maybe 9 units. And then Sebastian followed it up with scouts. I also think Sebastian was very wise here, and he said, if I'm playing up against the Dravidians, I can just go heavy skirm. I don't need to add monks early or anything because there's no threat of knights. And I think it was a smart play. If you have the heavy skirm out, your opponent can't go for the pikemen against your own knights later. It's just, this macro was unbelievable from Sebastian. 11,000 food versus 9,000, 3,400 gold collected, and Sebastian starts off Titans League with a win. All right. The crazy thing is, because it's been a couple weeks of gold, and now, of course, it's the start of platinum. This is actually the first time that I am casting this map, which people are going to call Dong. I guess it's a test of your maturity level. This map is called Zong, but that's kind of difficult for me to say, so I may as well accidentally call it Dong. This is our arena-style map for this tournament. This and Fortified Clearing are the 2 closed maps. Fortified Clearing has a lot more mobility incorporated. Here, there's a lot more fighting through the middle. This map, I think, was originally debuted in a tournament that was focused on closed maps. I think it's called Valhalla. I may be confusing which one it was. There's been a few of them, but we made some slight changes to make it a more balanced map, in my opinion, and essentially, we moved some of the neutral resources to the sides and to the back. And the OG version of this had this little like, is it a quarry? Is it a, why can I not think of words right now? The slope, the hole, the valley, whatever. Whatever you want to call it, that typically would have extended the whole way on the map, which didn't allow you to build TCs on the side. So we allowed people to boom a little bit more on this. But there's tons of gold, tons of stone in the middle. And then there's also 5 relics that are perfectly positioned on these little monuments. And so there are the relics. Now, the big thing about this map, which is very unique to this map, is you actually start with these little shrines. And the shrines can't produce monks. The shrines can produce priests, which are 5 range monks. So it's a bit different. So you will need to practice it a little bit. Think about how you want to play this. Now, what I don't actually know, do the Bengali priests get extra armor, or is that just the monks? The other thing about this, you could produce the priests. They could pick up relics. They can convert. They make the AoE1 Wololo sound, which is kind of a blast from the past. But you can't actually put the relics inside of the shrines. The shrines are for priest production only. So DauT's gone for Bengalis. I think he will probably be making some monks. Bengalis have the armored monks and the good eco. And then Sebastian has gone for the Burgundians, which more of the economic approach. And the cheap light cav, great eco upgrades will be the focus. Does DauT have stone? DauT has stone. It's hard to see because, well, actually, I get to say T90 blind because that particular user has called me blinds many times. I've missed things. But it's hard to see because we've got the stony terrain and also the snow on the map, so there is stone. But you get 2 stones inside of your base, and then you get the main gold. And the gold is pretty much fixed on the backside, so we shouldn't have a situation where the gold is forward. But I think that this is a pretty close matchup. I think it suits both their styles. I'm just curious to see how aggressive DauT will be. Will DauT go all in? This map certainly has the potential. A castle towards the middle with all the gold. Could fund a lot of monks. Could get the relics. I think there's arguments for that. But I think the Bengali late game, if you do just boom, can be comparable to the Burgundians. Getting to Elite Elephant Archer is good against almost any civ in the game, so. Another thing I noticed, Sebastian is... So he's already producing the monk. So I forgot to mention you could do that in Dark Age. But he also is chopping early here. And DauT's lumber camp was not good. Like, DauT placed his lumber camp on the side. So I don't know if DauT didn't do his homework. Maybe he doesn't know you can produce it early or what. But DauT is still a couple trees away from chopping through. And there's the priest. I guess Capture Age isn't set up to deal with it. It is a priest in game. But yeah, this is the monk before he lost all of his hair. So he's slightly younger. His hairline's not great, but at least he has hair, you know? This is... He's gonna hate me for this, but this is what Dave looked like when he was 19, you know? And then, you know, fast forward 12 or 13 years, and then, you know, you just got Dave as a monk. So I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be making those jokes. I just signed up for another 3 years of getting trash talk. I'm sorry, bro. I regret saying that. You don't deserve it. Well, DauT will probably make one as well. The other thing is, I think there's a cost difference on the priests. Forgive me for not actually having this memorized. I have not done as much homework as I need to. I think it's like 80 gold or something, actually. Like 80... Oh, 75 says Grim Dark Tales? Okay. Well, it's nice that you can move out now with that, if you wish to. For whatever reason, he is not moving. I think the trees are chopped, but maybe I just can't tell. And DauT goes for a market. DauT goes for a blacksmith. Man, it bothers me so much he hasn't chopped through yet, but that might not actually affect DauT's strategy that much. Because again, you have to build a monastery anyways to put the relics inside. T90, why didn't you do your homework? Listen, my teachers from high school could tell you I wasn't exactly known for doing homework. Typically, I have all the details down pat, you know, so that's normally something I'm known for. So I apologize for this, for not remembering it was 75 gold instead of 80. There he goes. I will say, this seems like more realistic movement. Now, we'll have to analyze what this guy looks like when he's holding the relic. But he's scared to move out right now. It's a bit of a shame. There's some hard rock there. There's also snow. I always feel bad for these priests in their bare feet, but what are you going to do? Scout is all the way over here from Sebastian. I think he's hiding right now because DauT was in feudal age faster than him. And DauT sold his stone, by the way. So this will definitely be an aggressive game from DauT. I love the little details on this map. All the little themes and statues that don't really change too much about the game, but just look nice. So Sebastian will play the meta. Sebastian will go for the eco approach with scouts to control the map. And DauT is going to make a whole bunch of monks. No loom for DauT. Sebastian will see that. Think about that. DauT doesn't have the spearman here yet. DauT, you need to wait for that spearman, my friends. Don't lose Vils. And DauT loses a villager. A little unnecessary. But that's also great awareness from Sebastian. That's the exact area you want to check at the proper time. Your opponent's about to be up. You need to check the middle of the map if he's up faster than you. You know, based on the feudal age times, he's up pretty quick. So the risk is always there. This is exactly where players would go normally. DauT did get more Vils because he's been galleys. And here's Sebastian now. He sees the monastery and he knows what's coming. And DauT will snag loom now. I'd be shocked if Sebastian dives here. I think there's too many spears around. But he wants to. And he's making DauT focus a lot on defending these Vils and these monks. The thing about DauT is he's good with the timings with monks, but he doesn't really have the craziest monk micro. Like, there are players, when you get up above 6 monks, you expect them to have it all in separate control groups and be ready to convert. DauT's not really one of them. I don't think DauT control groups multiple monks like a lot of the other guys. This is all about the timings. So, very interested to see how this goes when DauT gets to the high monk numbers. This is one of the best civs to have for this. And now we know why DauT didn't use the shrines. Like, he's not interested in using the shrines at all. Sebastian, maybe thinking about getting some of these relics right now. So he actually has a a priest walking over here to snag one of these. And DauT will have relic number 2. There was another priest somewhere from Sebastian. Oh, it's healing at home. Yeah, he has the AoE1 noise. Hey-oh. There goes the relic. Does DauT see that relic's being taken? I think he does. DauT definitely sees that's being taken, and that should be an easy snipe there for DauT. Well played. He even converts the spear as well and saves the scout, so that's a good start. And does lose his scout in the end. Sebastian now has light cav, but this is a Bengali monk. Sebastian snipes it as well, and also sniped another monk, and now DauT's vills are exposed, and... Ah, man, it's like, where are the monk numbers from DauT? The vills going down is so rough. Sebastian as well won't lose a single light cav. Can fall back into his base to heal up. That's a very good start. Remember, Burgundians already have that really smooth eco, so they kill 3 vills and prevent that relic, the monastery snowball from starting. This could be really solid. DauT's got 3 monks in this monastery. He's got another monk in this monastery, so he's just not confident enough to move out yet. 4 on food for DauT. So heavy wood, heavy gold. And his plan is to try and bust down these walls against Sebastian. I've seen Bengalis win in this situation so many times, right? Sebastian's probably thinking, maybe DauT just wants the relics. So I can't stay 1 TC. I need 2 TCs. But then most of your food eco is going into the vills still. Just when you think you've put a stop to the push, now DauT's showing up with an armored elephant and a mangonel. And DauT does have sanctity. He's getting fervor for the faster monks now, and he will have great monk production. The best thing Sebastian can do right now is hover around these monasteries nonstop. You obviously have to respect this. You have to address it at some point. But the best way for you to deal with this is you stop those reinforcements. You can tell he just thought about that, but DauT's already on the way forward. I think those monks are destined to go down, though. It should be 1 at least. Sebastian will get 1. And Sebastian gets loom. Sebastian backs away. Sebastian now has his own siege. Oh my god. And his micro was so good as well. Micro's down the manga now. And he could convert the elephant. DauT, don't let him convert your elephant. It's a weakness of the elephant. You don't actually need redemption to convert it. And Sebastian's also getting relic number 2. DauT only has 2 relics right now. So, the crazy thing is, like, normally, you wouldn't expect someone in Sebastian's position to go for the siege, but the siege has been a great addition here, and Sebastian says, hello, monks, gets another snipe. DauT's praying for conversions, but I don't think those conversions are going to come in if Sebastian keeps microing like this, and Sebastian now going for devotion. So he'll resist those conversions. DauT needs more damage here. Could potentially boom his way into this game now with the second TC, but it feels like with this much commitment to the push, thousands and thousands of gold invested into it, that he will want to make more progress here. With redemption in, buildings and mangonels could be converted now. Pike count's pretty healthy there for DauT. Sebastian will know that DauT has redemption. I like this move from DauT. Convert the buildings. Sebastian's under a lot of pressure right now. He's unsure. If he attacks, he may lose his units now. DauT can just switch the conversions. Now they have to recharge. They have to start from the start of the conversion again. But these Bengali monks are still super strong. Sebastian's trying to whittle these monks down. But at what cost? He loses a lot there. I guess he keeps his stable up, though. And his mangonel can get some shots. Light cav micro needed from both. DauT's monks going down. I don't know. I think it's close. Like, this is still very awkward for both. The mangonel DauT converted is very nice. And the light cav he converted was very nice. And he still has more monks. This is working for DauT, guys. Will DauT consider a second TC? He would buy the stone if he is going to do that. Sebastian's on 3. But, like, you need siege, which isn't really an option now, and you need light cav, which, I mean, all of it in theory is an option, but it's a micro situation now. You got to delete that, Sebastian. He deletes. He snipes. Another monk. Exposed. He deletes the workshop. But that's a workshop down. Can you imagine if DauT could drop a castle right now? Pff, right on Sebastian's face. Sebastian would be totally dead. DauT just shifted Vils on the stone. That's his plan. Wow, Sebastian's going to try a crossbow switch. That's interesting. I think it's a sign of desperation. I think it's a sign that Sebastian's not exactly sure what to do. He's like, what more can I do? I've gone light cav against this. It's supposed to be the counter. But Bengali monks, man. With all that armor. I guess Sebastian's play will be crossbow in combination with light cav. But even that's tough, man. His houses are getting converted and rammed down. So now he needs new houses everywhere. Like, is this not anxiety-inducing to watch for you guys? Because it is for me, dude. Like, this is not fun to play against if you're Sebastian. This is painful. He's done a great job. He's got the villager lead, but he needs more buildings. He needs more army. DauT also saw the crossbow switch now, too, so now he can make more mangonels. Another game where it's going to come back to DauT in a castle, guys. Just like the first game. Sebastian needs Bodkin. He's also going to get redemption himself. Ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Crossbows pop out of the TC. And right back into the TC. So Sebastian's doing what he can to make DauT work for this. DauT will bring the Vils forward. They might be on the way now. They'll probably be on the way soon. Wow, it'll be his own monks with redemption and atonement. DauT doesn't expect this. DauT loses one monk. Oh, redemption isn't in yet. I think Sebastian was clicking the siege and it wasn't working. Okay, now it's in. DauT loses one mangonel. He should lose the second, but he can convert it back. Sebastian needs to delete. Okay. Sebastian still has crossbows in the TC. He has his own monks. He has more light cav on the way. And oh my god, DauT's here with Vils. He needs to send more, though. There's more Vils on the way. Guys, Sebastian's economy is so good. Look how many Vils he has here. This army is going to be insane. There's just so much from Sebastian. I don't know if DauT can do this. There's too many things for DauT to focus on. There goes DauT with the castle. The monks are getting converted. The crossbows will get converted. The siege is now here. But the micro from Sebastian, he converts the siege. The crossbows can kill the rest. The light cav can kill the rest. And it will be another DauT castle for DauT. And there's no doubt about it. This does not go up. The first castle was denied at what? 33%. The next castle will be denied at maybe 50%. And Sebastian is the real deal. This looked brutal for him. And he will hold. He will get his second win. DauT probably can't believe it. And DauT was planning a fast imp. So, I mean, he's still going to try with that. Forward castle fast imp was the plan. But now he has no map control, guys. And he's down by 35 villagers. That's brutal. Crazy from Sebastian. You very rarely see... Like, he really had to send everything at that. Crossbow, light cav, monks with his own upgrades. You very rarely see someone do that. And DauT will now click up to imp and cross his fingers. And when we looked at the group, like, my thinking was Sebastian would be... It was in my top 3. And DauT would have fallen to that 4th position. The players that people think will be below DauT would be Dragonstar and Margugu. Margugu has been very outspoken. He wants to play that DauT series. He thinks... I mean, in person, guys, when we, like, go to the bar and whatnot, Margugu and DauT, the amount of trash talk from Margugu where he's saying, like, he's going to overtake DauT and pass DauT in terms of, you know, AoE 2 events is crazy. And, I don't know. It's just, like, it kind of exciting to think about now. For Sebastian, but also, I mean, DauT's situation, he's going to be under some pressure in the group. And the final game, it is still a play all three, but it becomes so much more important for DauT, and it will be on Sebastian's home map as well. Could see DauT get relegated this season. Just so impressed for Sebastian. He's so good, man. He's near perfect player. The main thing he needs is the consistency from game to game. But that's the same with anybody, right? DauT's relics will also just be donated to Sebastian's cause. Petards now from Sebastian. He'll bust through the walls. And DauT does what he can here to mitigate that and slow this down, but he's fighting with mainly monks here. I just don't know if he could really keep up with this. He's still losing so many, either to conversions or just the crossbows. The 3 relics from DauT will pop out. DauT is hoping that his opponent isn't up to imp, and that with Trebs he could start to change things. With block printing, he can get the additional range. DauT, don't convert the Petard. Okay, Petard got converted. But DauT calls the GG because he knows he's completely dead. And this is before he even saw his opponent was an imp. What a game. What a hold from Sebastian. I think, like, there can be no question on the strategy that DauT went for here. I actually think the strat was very good, but it does come down to some of the executional aspects, right? And when you make this many monks, you need to be, like, you're going low eco, high aggression. You need your units to get as much value as possible. And credit to Sebastian for finding some of the moments he did in the early moments, sniping a couple Vils, sniping a couple monks. And then by the time DauT got his push rolling, Sebastian had a pretty significant eco lead, and he did a great job. I thought it was just going to be crossbow and light cav. But to go crossbow, light cav, and your own monks is wild. It's not like he just made regular monks either. He had to get redemption, and he also had to get atonement, plus crossbow, plus the light cav, and he lost like 10 houses on the front, all his buildings on the front as well. It's just unbelievable game from Sebastian. And again, it's like he had to have prepped this, right? Like, this comes from some level of practice. There's no way that he didn't play some games on this map. Surely he faced up against this, or at least it seemed like he knew exactly what to do every single time. That was so good. And so now, scores 2-0. DauT is desperate for a win, and we'll see if he can find it, but this will be on Sebastian's home map. Wow, okay, so I thought that Sebastian would probably go Byzantines. It was his number 1 pick. I thought Chinese was maybe saved for game number 1, or maybe game number 2, but he does go Chinese here. A map that's a civ that's really good on maps that normally don't incorporate water. But we do have the water aspect here. This is his home map, evacuation. DauT has gone for the Armenians, so he'll rely on those mule carts to move around on these tiny wood lines and stones in the starting area. Armenians have strong navy, solid late game, and DauT will eventually want to move out here to the berries, the deer, the wood, the gold as well. But it's a really tough map to play. And my thinking is, like, based on how the first game went, which was another hybrid map, has to be advantage Sebastian. And this was Sebastian's home map pick. So in theory, DauT's best chances to get victories here would have been in the previous one. Let's go through the players in this group again, shall we? We have Dragonstar. We have Margugu. Those are probably the bottom 2, right? In terms of how people have mainly predicted the group. No disrespect. Then you've got DauT, Sebastian, Leary, and it's Yo, right, chat? Could someone confirm that for me? I believe it's also Yo. Really solid group. And so every set's going to be competitive. Every set's going to be a banger. And when DauT's playing future rounds, like, DauT's going to snag some wins here or there. So this is a good opportunity for Sebastian. Let's say he catches DauT on an off day. I'll let you guys argue and if you think DauT's having an off day or if this is standard. But, like, he starts off with a 3-0. I don't think DauT's going to be getting 3-0'd in other sets. So very good for him. If you can beat DauT 3-0, you probably feel like you can beat most players. But yeah, Chinese should be late with the dock here, right? You do need to have a few more villagers on food. Just do not see many people pick Chinese on hybrid maps. You see, he's already trying to adapt his build ever so slightly to get a little bit of extra wood for that dock. But Chinese are not a bad pick here. You still have the cheaper techs. You still have the additional vills. And they also have pretty good Navy. I don't think they have the best Navy ever, but it's far from the worst. They have great demos. They get shipwright. Okay, the only thing they miss really of value is fast fire ships. So that's still one of the best navies in the game. Just not a civ you see frequently on a map like this. So this is what I would think about DauT here. I think DauT wants his aggression on men-at-arms to open up the opportunity elsewhere. So essentially, an extreme on land makes life difficult on water for Sebastian. That's how DauT will view this map. I did finally get a response from Hart. I asked Hart about his preparation for this map because he looked super good at like every turn on evacuation. Hart responded to me, by the way. Hart said, I actually thought the map only had one bore. I completely forgot how to play it, so Hart just looked like he was prepared. Apparently he wasn't. But the reason I bring that up is like Hart was saying that the final part of Hart's comment is that he said that the map is so difficult that he was hoping that he could just make less mistakes. And so that's where my brain went. You create the mistakes by a forward or something. Like, we saw someone try Dark Age Spears before. DauT loves his man-at-arms, though. We could see that. I doubt DauT would just go galleys here. It's not a very DauT thing to do. It was just on screen as I was blabbing there, but Sebastian brought in the boar from this area with his scout. So he had the 2 starting rhinos and then brings in the boar. And then he also had scouted all of the this area to get some additional cows. So he's got plenty of food here. I'm really surprised. Like, what was DauT doing with his scout here? He didn't move out here to get any cows. Like, what? It's odd to me. I guess maybe he scouted more of the other area. I really would have to look back. I don't fully understand what DauT's scout was actively doing there. It feels like players are always either pushing in some deer from here or at least moving out to find a couple cows. Maybe there were some deer in the middle he was pushing. I don't even think deer generate there. It's just odd. I'll have to look back at that. So Sebastian has up a board, but then he also has all this additional food, and then he's also Chinese. So this already falls into the category of like, you just hold. You defend from this. You do well in that defense, and things should look pretty good for you. And lumber camp on the outside now from Sebastian. This is fairly typical stuff. He'll head to gold as well. So this will be a combination of water and probably also land. And Sebastian's also walling up just to prevent any units from walking through this way. So now any DauT pressure is going to funnel through the TC. DauT hits feudal. Sebastian's first mistake. This villager was not walled in. So unless he can quick wall this should be a dead villain. DauT will know that's a quick wall attempt. And well played there from DauT. And gets a villager snipe. A little sloppy from Sebastian, possibly, not to have that walled up. And Sebastian's now scouting the front. And DauT is doing exactly what I didn't expect. DauT's going double dock galleys to try and win water here. But that's what the Armenians are best at. And Sebastian, he saw this wood line. He saw the gold. Now he also sees the wood line here. So double lumber camp, villagers on gold. He knows that DauT will go double dock based on that. It's either that or it's sneak archers. Which I guess in theory there could be archers over here or something. But DauT will now have the issue of defending himself on land. And DauT should know that Sebastian has this. He saw the vills on gold, so I imagine he expects archers. But he hasn't seen the archer range yet. And there go the galleys. Okay, but like, other players are moving forward with confidence with 2 galleys before fletching, like it's no problem here. DauT, I think, just waiting a little bit longer. Doesn't trust himself quite as much, and now there's 2 archers here already. This is going to be tough. DauT needs skirms out, or archers of his own, right away. He'll drop the range now. Sebastian's on the way. Sebastian, just that one fire. Now, let's see how DauT micros on water while he also protects himself on land. This won't be easy. He'll head this way. Remember, he never scouted this. So he knows there should be resources around, but he has lots to focus on now. And then the galleys are hitting and running. DauT should have a massive edge on water. But he needs to fully win water now. The archers are on the way. DauT Skirm is here. DauT Spearman a second ago got a big hit on that scout. That's actually huge. Because now Sebastian can't advance in as confidently. Sebastian will save the scout. Look at him micro against those skirms now. Just realizing that DauT doesn't have fletching yet. And now DauT will probably be able to kill the fish. Now, what we're not looking at is, like, are there farms yet? What else is happening? We've got an archer range over here for Sebastian, for example. A lot of different things happening. And Sebastian's scout hasn't scouted this yet, but he should know about it. And he's also adding scouts as well. This is crazy army from Sebastian. So he opens with the archers. He forces DauT into skirms. DauT will be on full skirm, and now there will be scouts here as well. Like, am I crazy just saying this feels inevitable right now? I don't think so, guys. Like, just feels like Sebastian, even though he's lost the fish, just after the first couple games have gone, it just feels like he's a step up here, man. Now, this is the issue. This is the issue. If you try and pass over with Vils now, you'll run into the galleys. We'll see if Sebastian can notice that. Stat-wise, it's very even. There's no fishing ships working for Sebastian. Villagers are running into the galleys. DauT's in full evac mode as he runs to the outside. There's another archer coming this way. Sebastian doesn't have his scout support here. But here they come. Oh, and Sebastian has lost 2 Vils to the galleys. So, again, there's this expectation now in my mind that Sebastian's never going to run into that, but there's so much happening right now. The micro's insane. Does DauT see this? He doesn't seem to notice the archer. It won't kill Vils right away, though. DauT's still focusing here. The scout's still enough to support most of the archers. The rest of the reinforcements need to come through. Galleys are chipping away at the eco from Sebastian. The archer's still there. The scouts and the archers are still here, though. This is so crazy, man. DauT has 5 fish. But his villagers are just not efficient in the slightest right now. These galleys for DauT killed 5 units. That's 5 eco there. And okay, now DauT notices this. Now he drops a tower because of the archers. He is to fully evacuate. That is one of the ugliest towers I think I've ever seen. It protects the shoreline. It protects the berries, but it doesn't really protect a whole lot else. And then these villagers really need a tower too. But you can only build one. Sebastian blocks perfectly. And DauT had 12 villagers inside of his TC a second ago, and then Sebastian still taking the food underneath the TC. Still has the farming eco. But this was kind of a worrisome area for Sebastian, so he had to completely move away from the berries and the wood line. Sebastian makes his way over here now. I think, and it's all easier said than done, but I think that if Sebastian could switch into... if he could switch back onto water right now, it might not be a bad play. But it takes his focus away from the land micro, which he just killed 2 villagers with. And, like, that tower doesn't protect anything, really, for DauT. Lose another Vil. These Vils are chasing the archers. I mean, this is just so tough, dude. He's looking here. 7-7 on the eco KD, but look at the resources collected. And DauT will defend here, but he really needs a market right now. 1 farm. There's his market. Sebastian's eco set up so nicely to click up to Castle Age. And in Castle Age, sky's kind of the limit. We could see a second dock to switch onto the water. But you also could just see more land pressure here. Look how weak these Vils are from DauT. Again, like... just doesn't have the army control on land. And Sebastian finds his 10th villager kill there. Look at how weak these Vils are right now. So I think Sebastian found the Vil There was a Vil over here on the dock. I think Sebastian killed that as well. I could be wrong. Nah, never mind. That villager saved itself somehow. DauT just feels a little lost at the moment, guys. Sebastian's multitasking just unbelievable. The consistency. Like, how quick he went into the scouts behind the archer play was ridiculous. And DauT just can't keep up. DauT will click up to castle. So he'll be up. He still has the 5 fishing ships. He still has the navy control, which can add a lot of value here. And he just needs a moment. He needs a moment where I could feel like he has some type of control. And maybe this is it. But he does lose 2 villagers over here as we look at that. Sebastian loses 1. Sebastian can probably just make 1 knight to clear this. He'll drop some houses to block off DauT's army for the time being. God, man. Like, the lack of scouting here for DauT was so rough for him. He just no clue there's wood and gold and stone right there. But his army will loop around this way. So if DauT can cross and get into all of this eco before Sebastian protects it, could be important. But yeah, Sebastian drops the TC. Sebastian knows that army's headed over. And he seems to know that DauT will seemingly never leave this woodline. Snipes another Vil. Will snipe the archers. And knight and crossbows are actually running forward for Sebastian now to DauT's starting eco. 11k resources collected from Sebastian. 9,000 resources collected for DauT. And Sebastian knew this army would be here. And he'll defend himself pretty nicely there. It's painful for DauT right now, guys. And it's going to get worse. Crossbows are on the golds. Knights over on the stone. Here, Sebastian quick walls to keep the army out and doesn't lose a single Vil. He's insane. He's insane. How does he do all of this at once? It's insane. Like, okay, he's ahead now. So arguments to be made that, you know, at this position, it's easier because he's got the control. But the triple house there blocks it off. TC was in the perfect spot. Crossbows hit the perfect spot. Knight hit the perfect spot. Crossbows repositioned here. It's unbelievable. Sebastian's he's ridiculous. And it's now 50 eco versus 29. And I think DauT's just dejected right now. I think he can't believe it. That he's about to be 3-0 to the start of the season. But you better believe it. And other players in this group, they better be concerned about facing Sebastian. Because he's the real deal. It's not overhype at this point. DauT is third game in a row where his plan to come back is to drop a castle. Which probably won't go up. Oh, man. Sebastian is in a bit of an awkward spot here. He doesn't want to throw these knights away to kill 4 units. So he's hoping to make a monk. And DauT's going to make cav archers now with Armenians. Yikes. Yeah, if DauT ever advances across the middle of the map, I think it's trouble. And Sebastian able to be patient here because he's got such a massive lead. DauT's ranged army chases this back a little bit. Sebastian will simply just back away. But I think it's all but a foregone conclusion at this point that this game is over, guys. It'll be interesting to see how DauT performs in the future sets, and same with Sebastian, right? See how the narrative changes a little bit. One series can really change how you think about things. There weren't many comments about how DauT isn't the same DauT anymore before the series started. Now, naturally, people are going to be thinking that, saying that. But still plenty of opportunities for DauT. There will be opponents that I think could be better matchups for him. But Sebastian is just... Like I said, the last time they played each other was in one of the big breakout tournaments for Sebastian in 2024. Sebastian won 4-2. And he's gotten better since. And also, like, all of the Fox players, I guarantee you have been training a lot more prior to the first round than the GL players. They're younger, they're hungrier, an event like TTL is really good for them. And Villager snipe there, and where's the Vills, DauT? Here they come, people! Say what you want, the man's an entertainer! He's not only bringing the Vills, he's bringing the mule carts. Alright, here we go. Game number 3. DauT needs something. He could have so easily resigned, guys. He could have so easily resigned. He knows he's dead. Well, maybe he doesn't know he's dead. It's probably a lot more hope than I'm aware of right now. Okay, DauT could get a conversion. Doesn't actually get the conversion. He could still get a conversion. Sebastian doesn't have any army here. This could... Monk gets the conversion back. This could go up for DauT. This could go up for DauT, but Sebastian says, haha. And he's going to start building his own castle here. Uh-oh. DauT. Oh, no. Not again. Not again. Not again. Not again. Come on, build it, bro. Click. Swing your hammers faster, people. Oh, my God. Okay, 70%. 75%. 80%. It's going to go up. He's actually going to complete it. All right. Well, hey, first game it was denied at 30%. Second game it was denied at 50%. This time he gets 100. The rest of his eco is a complete disaster. And Sebastian is going to make petards here. But his petards have ejected to the side of the castle, so I don't think that's what he wanted. Save the petard. Save the petard, my friend. Save the petard. Great micro. And yeah, Sebastian's castle will simply just... I mean, he can make rams, and then he has the food to make petards to just take DauT's out, and DauT has no food eco. So DauT really won't be able to keep his castle up here. And Sebastian has enough stone to build another castle as well. And that's what DauT needed. Sebastian was prepared for it. And DauT still just doesn't have enough to finish this off. DauT, I'll give him this. He has truly evacuated. This is a wasteland. He took the map name seriously. Sebastian, on the other hand, he's kind of stayed here. He didn't really evacuate. He had a better balance. But it just perfect series. Guys, Margugu's in my chat right now. He's teammates with Sebastian, but Margugu's also in the group. And Margugu is scheduled to play DauT in the 5th rounds of this group. I predict, I mean, from a drama standpoint, can you imagine? Round 5, Margugu DauT. Winner survives, loser gets relegated. I mean, DauT might be in the relegation conversation, but it's a little early. It's a little early. It really should be all plaudits, all credit to Sebastian. Looked at great shape. Played amazing game number 1. Played incredible game number 2 on DauT's home map and strategy that DauT thought was the strongest. And then here as well. Now, this felt like a home map for Sebastian. It was just too good, dude. You could just tell watching this game. It was just, he was going to win. Even when the stats told me it was close and DauT had the water control and the galleys were there, Sebastian's archer scout play was just ridiculous there. DauT didn't have any time to balance his eco here. And then Sebastian was just full on switching into land eco. Sebastian's insane. Well played to him. So it's $40 per victory, right? Sebastian just made $120. Unfortunately, DauT got 0. But there's obviously more to play for than that as well. The placement prizes, the pride, etc. So 25,000 res collected versus 14K. This puts some pressure on DauT. Let's look at the group real quick just to see. There's the speed difference. I mean, you can just tell. But I'm curious, who does DauT play in the second round, right? What's the group look like? What's the schedule like? So second round, I'll bring it up right now. So round 2 for DauT will be against Leary. Round 3 for DauT is up against Dragonstar. So, yeah, DauT, I guess this isn't updated yet. I guess it'll be updated soon. DauT with 0 wins after the first round. He'll look for more. Sebastian, he moves on to face Yo in the second round. It will be a big test for him. We'll see. But good start, guys. Really good start for Sebastian. Love to see it. Plenty more games, though. Nobody freak out about DauT, okay? Everything will be fine. Still has some important battles coming up.